Hello and welcome to Hop, Skip, and a Dream Travel, where we are a travel vlog and travel news channel. So let's go over what we're going to be talking about today. Today we're going to be talking about an announcement made yesterday, April 29th, from Disney about a ship. And of course, we're talking about the Disney Wish, the Cinderella-themed ship that's going to be the newest in the fleet. One of the biggest drawbacks about Disney has been the fact that it is a small fleet. As we get going throughout the years, we will eventually get more ships to A, replace other ones, and B, hopefully expand the fleet even bigger. So, as we go through the video, I am taking it directly from the Disney Parks vlog, or Disney Parks YouTube channel, so the link will be down below, and I've only clipped out what I feel is necessary to talk about. Some are audio clips, some are audio and visual clips, others are just visual clips, like the one just before while I was talking about the ship. So with that, let's move on.
We have so many surprises planned during today's virtual tour as we reveal some of the magic that you can experience when the Disney Wish launches in the summer of 2022, with bookings opening May 2021.
So Disney comes out of the gates running by announcing that we will be able to book as of May 27th, which is less than a month away from where we are today at the time of filming. That is the general booking, so that's when everybody can book. Now, I would assume that Platinum, Gold, and Silver Castaway Club members will have their opportunities beforehand to book in advance. Although Disney could also just make it a free-for-all, so we'll see what happens. I think that now is as good a time as any to talk about one of the main purposes of this channel, which is to promote travel and my travel agency, Hop, Skip, and a Dream Travel. I am licensed in the state of Washington, and that's the only state I'm licensed in that requires it. So if you're in California, Hawaii, Iowa, Florida, unfortunately at this point in time, I cannot sell to you. With that said, though, I am still willing to at least help get you to somebody that would be a good fit for you. So with that, let's move on to the next clip that I wanted to show you. And that's right, we're going to be talking about the Grand Atrium area. As you can see by this clip, it is focused on the Wishing Star chandelier, which is different than the Art Nouveau and Art Deco chandeliers that we have seen in the past on the Disney Wonder and the Disney Magic and Disney Dream and Disney Fantasy. I'd also like to point out at the beginning of that clip, and hopefully I've re-edited this to include it, and pause it here, get a still frame, you'll see that there is an actual stage here. We'll talk about that in a bit. But as you pan around, you'll see also the statue of Cinderella, because the idea for the ship name and the idea for the ship itself comes from Cinderella and the song that a dream is a wish your heart makes. So, yeah, let's move on to the next clip.
We know how much our guests love hanging out on the upper deck of our ships. So on the Disney Wish, we're doing something we've never done before. If you look just above us, you'll actually see it. That is the first ever Disney attraction at sea.
It's called the Aqua Mouse.
Okay, so yes, the first Disney-themed attraction at sea. Okay. Some of you might be thinking, like I did initially, that what about the Aqua Duck and the Aqua Dunk? Those aren't Disney-themed attractions in the sense of Disneyland, Disney World style park attractions. This is, the Mickey Mouse Shorts theme of a ride, and it's called the Scuba Scramble. And I think it's going to be an interesting ride. I would love to actually go on it. But it looks like it's an advancement of the Aqua Duck. That is to say that it's a water coaster that goes around, starting on the port side of the ship, going through the first funnel, the forward funnel area, and then back around behind the aft funnel. And that's not the only change that they're making to the upper deck area, the recreation deck, the Lido deck, whatever you want to call it, It is also a change on the splash zone as well that got me intrigued. It's a Toy Story splash zone. It is meant to change up the reef area that was based on Finding Nemo. I think that this is a wonderful change. It is needed. Much like a lot of things around Disney Cruise Line, things were done similarly in the ships. So the Animator's Palette in Disney Magic, Disney Wonder were the same. The Animator's Palette in the Dream and Fantasy were the same to each other, but they were slightly different than each other. Same with Palo, and then also the inclusion of Remy in the two newer ships. So it's going to be interesting to see how all of this works together and how it goes together. Next up, we'll have the theater selections, the entertainment options, I think is the best way to put it. So let's take a look over at those. And yes, as you can see here, we have the secret tunnel to the kids club. Yes, a short little clip here, but it is literally a slide to go down into the kids club. And for the parents that don't want their kids doing it or don't feel it's safe enough for their kid, there's still the standard meet and greet with the staff at the door. So, but that's not the only change. I'm going to leave the video, the Disney video, up for you guys to actually watch at your leisure with the link below. But they've got some pretty cool stuff going on with the kids clubs. Now, for the adults, we have the Walt Disney Theater. And when I say adults, I mean the family fun, but also the other shows that go on there. And they've changed it from the red and gold of a traditional theater style to a green and gold to give it a more foresty feel, the more like you're in Pixie Hollow, maybe. It is a wonderful change in the decor, and I look forward to actually seeing it in person. And then, as I said at the beginning, there was the stage in the atrium underneath, well, not directly underneath, but underneath the Wishing Star chandelier, where they will have shows and presentations, as well as singers and piano players, hopefully, right there. And it looks like it's going to be a nice viewing venue, but until you're there, you can't know for sure. But at least Cinderella will get a show every night. So, and then last but not least, for the adults that love Star Wars, there's the Hyperspace Lounge. It's a spin-off of their City Skyline Lounge on some of the other cruise ships, where you can actually sit there and see the skylines of various cities. This will be different planets and different scenes from the planets, like Mustafar, Batuu, and many others. I just think it's going to be a fun little thing and a nice nod to Star Wars fans. Let's see if they can pull this off correctly and pull it off in a way that everybody enjoys it. And the next up we have is our more fancy dining. I'll let the clips explain it themselves.
Our culinary cabaret begins in a chic lounge called the Rose, which will be the perfect setting for a before or after dinner cocktail. Next stop is a reimagined classic Palo Steakhouse featuring decor inspired by Cogsworth. This restaurant will combine the sophistication of authentic Italian dining with the refinement of a modern steakhouse.
This is making me hungry. But I love it. Please, continue.
Last but not least is Enchante, our most elegant dining experience inspired by everyone's favorite candlestick, Lumiere. Enchante will feature a menu crafted by the 3 Michelin-starred chef Arnaud Lallemant. The food will be as spectacular as the setting.
And here we had them showing us the Rose bar themed after Beauty and the Beast, Rose. And like she said, it's a great, pre-dinner or post-dinner cocktail or drink before you go over to the Palo Steakhouse, which is an Italian-style steakhouse, or you go over to Enchante and have a nice gourmet French dining from a 3-star Michelin-rated chef. I'll be honest, none of these are really my fancy. I do like good Italian food. I'm not really keen on the French food, but it is a experience that I hear is worth the extra money. One day I'll try it, but we'll see. And if that's your type of thing, especially if you have kids and you want to get away for a dinner or a brunch or something, make sure you book one of these, whether you're on the Wish or you're on one of the other ships. So let's move on to the staterooms.
Thank you, Ashley. On the Disney Wish, our storybook-inspired staterooms have an enchanted new look that is brought to life through beautiful custom artwork and elegant details inspired by some of our favourite Disney characters and stories, such as Cinderella. After all, a dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. What I personally love is their luxurious feel. Most of our staterooms offer amazing ocean views, and we have designed them all with plenty of storage options, upscale amenities, and great features for families. Just imagine waking up to the sight of the sea every morning, or even sipping coffee from your own spacious veranda while your family stretches out and relaxes in the comfort of their home away from home. Now that is a vacation.
Ah, yes, the staterooms. The changes are nice because it changes from the same nautical style that they have on the other ships to a more story theme. And I'm interested to see how they do this. If they do the Wish an entirely Cinderella theme and then the next ship in another theme, so on and so forth. I look forward to seeing that. But it's nice to see some changes in the room. Like at the end of the closet, it used to be on the Wonder a little desk or a little cabinet type thing with drawers that you could put your stuff in. But they actually put out a corner shelving unit there. There's also the changes in the split bath area, especially the tub has it as a sliding glass door there, which is nice to help kind of feel more secure than a shower curtain, so to speak. So, and I think that the rooms are going to be brighter. One thing I noticed when we went on our cruise is while the room was small, it felt really dark, and hopefully the lighting in there has gotten better. We'll see. Can't know for certain until you're there, but we'll see. But there's one more story about the staterooms that I think you'll want to hear.
We're even expanding our concierge experience with more premium accommodations than ever before. And when it comes to suites, well, let's just say we're taking them to the next level, literally. The Disney Wish will feature our first ever 2-story royal suites. These are gorgeous rooms that will feature a grand spiral staircase, stained glass artwork, and of course, stunning views of the ocean.
Yes, that's right. More concierge level rooms as well as 2-story suites. Okay, that's just crazy. You've had these types of suites on other cruise ships, especially Royal Caribbean, those types. It's nice to see Disney's starting to go that route too. It's not one that many people are going to be able to afford, to be honest, unless you're saving up for this to be a once-in-a-lifetime thing and you're bringing your family and your friend, a bunch for your other family. With that said, I think that actually increasing the amount of concierge level is nice because it does mean that people can't actually afford to book them. Now, the problem is, are they lowering the price a little bit on those lower end concierge level, or are they going to keep them up higher? Obviously, it's a balancing act, and I think that having more will allow them to lower the price a little bit, but not too much. So it might make some of these rooms a little bit more affordable for a family to experience, especially if they think they're only going to do one cruise in their lifetime as a family, especially with younger children. So let us move on to what I think is going to be the last bit and probably the most, not important, but one of the most intriguing, because it's all speculative as far as design and things like that. As all this is, because it's a virtual creation, but I think this is more artistic rendering than it is just a 3D modeling rendering. So let's see the next clips. And last but not least, we have the dining options. And as you can see, we have Arendelle here. We have the theme from Frozen. And it'll be, Norwegian style foods, or Nordic themed foods, And I think it'll be interesting. But then you have what I think will replace Triton. And again, my experience has only been on the Wonder, so Arendelle is going to replace Tiana's Place, so to speak. It is the Wishes version of Tiana's Place. Okay, and then the Wishes version of Triton's is going to be their 1923 restaurant, named after the founding of the Walt Disney Company. And I think that this is excellent. This is an excellent style because it reminds me of a pub in the dark woods with greens. It gives me that feel, but at the same time, there's an elegance to it with it being brighter with the tablecloths, the white lighting, the white ceiling. That type of stuff makes it look better. Makes it look like a great finish. And then lastly, we have the Worlds of Marvel. A dinner show that obviously is going to be replacing the Animator's Palette, or at least what appears to be replacing the Animator's Palette. I think that this will be a welcome change, but only time will tell if it actually is successful. I think that the lighting in the lobby area being the arc reactor on Tony Stark's chest is pretty cool. I also think that overall, the Wish is going to be a welcome change, a new lifeblood. And I hope that when they make the next ship, they tweak things around too to keep it different. Not have everything the same in the same class. That's where I think a lot of the stale nature of cruising with Disney can come from. Is, I did this on the Magic. Why am I doing it here on the Wonder? It's not really that much different. When you switch class of ships, things like the Senses Spa changes. And if you've watched any of Michael Kay's videos where he went on the cruise with his family, and then went on another cruise with his brother on the Wonder. They were on the Dream, then the Wonder. And his one complaint was that Senses Spa was lacking on the Wonder because it wasn't built to the same specs as the Dream, because it came first, and they decided to take feedback from the first Senses and apply it to the second Senses. And I look forward to seeing what this one looks like, and I'll keep you posted. I'll keep going over these videos. Now, I also want to note that this is not all the travel I sell. I don't just sell Disney. I also sell all-inclusive resorts like beaches and sandals, other tropical locations as well. And I can also help book, cruises on Norwegian and, Royal Caribbean and the like. I'm also just here to, if nothing else, bounce ideas off of. I'm willing to help point you in the right directions, willing to help point you to people who can help you that I might not be experienced enough in, or that I just don't sell. So, with that, please make sure that you hit the like and the subscribe button to help this channel grow. But also, if you are interested in traveling soon, hit me up at j@hopskippingadream.com. You can also check us out at hopskippingadream.com as well, where you can take a look at some of the stuff that I sell, as well as the get in contact with me so that way I can help book your vacation. Because, like I said at the beginning, well, not like I said at the beginning, but in my intro video at the end, it says, memories begin here. And that's just it. When we work together to build your travel package, we are going to help build memories for you and your family. So, with that, take care, have fun, and remember, a dream is just a wish that your heart has made.